Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Bonjour tout le monde, welcome along to AOR Apex Online Racing. We're here in Montreal for the Hype Energy Canadian Grand Prix round 10 of the Season 6 calendar for Oceania. And after the last week break of the season, it's league racing for the next 3 weeks until the season ends in Brazil. New Zealand Ryan is already nearing his 5th AOR Championship victory. He just needs to keep his nose in front of the pack and it will most likely all be his. The Canadian Grand Prix has been on the F1 calendar since 1967 and we've seen some awesome races here in the past. One example would be in 2011 where Jenson Button overtook Sebastian Vettel on the final lap even though he pitted 6 times, or when Daniel Ricciardo won his first ever F1 race in 2014. Sadly, the 2020 Canadian Grand Prix has been cancelled because of COVID-19, which is a shame because Canada is a very popular track as shown in 2005, where it was actually the most watched F1 race in the world. And looking at the track, Montreal is 4.3 kilometers long with 14 turns, 6 to the left with 8 to the right, with 3 DRS zones for overtaking, 1 on the start finish jet, 1 going into the final quick chicane of turns 13 and 14, and the last one after turn 7, which joins only a few tracks on the calendar with 3 DRS zones. The first F1 race was back in 1978 and the fastest lap record was set by Valtteri Bottas in 2019. As always, there's 18 minutes of qualifying, 35 laps around circuit Gilles Villeneuve, which adds up to approximately 152 kilometers worth of racing, where the longest flat out section is 1,190 meters long. 3 compounder tyres available as always. We've got the soft, mediums and the hards, where strategy is actually going to be a really big factor in today's race because tyre degradation is quite strong. We could be seeing mediums to hards, hards to mediums, or maybe a 2-stop strategy. Who knows? It depends on what the driver thinks about it. Let's have a look at the crucial championship standings. So as you can see, New Zealand Ryan is currently 44 points. Yes, 44 points ahead of Alan Hugo. So we're doing some maths here. As far as I'm aware, Ryan needs to win this race and then Hugo needs to finish second with the fastest lap, and I think it'll carry on into the next race, which is Austria. So that's how it looks at the moment. I'm probably wrong because my maths is awful, so we'll do some maths in the background while we're waiting for that. But this is definitely a chance for Ryan to take home his 5th championship here in Canada. We got Jared in 3rd, Venom 4th, Max Mate 5th, Berserk in 6th, Leggy Person in 7th, Butler in 8th, Penske in 9th, and Top Banter in 10th. And then we got Is That Mountain 18 points, a few points behind is Saving Mince Pie. We got I'm Deathbro, and 2 points behind him is Benny. We got Bazooka, Be Dubstep, 5Z, and still both of the Williams yet to score any points, so maybe they can change that around in the next 3 races. Looking at the constructors, Ferrari still 257 points to their name, with Mercedes in 2nd. So still the constructors championship is still pretty much on. Again, we need to do some maths, but I think it can still be I don't think it can be won today. It's probably going to be done in the next 2 races anyway. We've got Red Bull in 3rd, Racing Point 4th, Renault 5th, McLaren 6th, Alfa Romeo 7th, Toro 7th, 8th, Haas 9th, and Williams in 10th. So, joining me in the commentary box, as always, Mitchie. Welcome back, Mitchie.
Welcome back, Charlie. Welcome back, all. It's Canada, and exciting race. Always is. It's going to be drama-filled, and also warnings, penalties. It's going to be interesting. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, definitely. Canada is known to be a very tight circuit, so penalties will probably... We'll see a lot of penalties, I reckon. Turns 13 and 14, the fast chicanes, definitely easy to cut. So, welcome along to Canadian Grand Prix qualifying. As you can see, we got 1 fastest lap set with a 10.5, and that's set by B Dubstep. Let's see if we can get another on-board lap with someone. Do you see anyone, Mitchie, you want to take us on board with?
I actually can't see. Well, Alan Hugo's out there on the lap, but it's also Roscoe who is racing here tonight as well, Charlie. Back in racing, he's a reserve, of course, Roscoe this season, and 1.6 seconds off, but he, I'm sure, has gone for a second lap here on these medium tyres. And Roscoe and the Williams tonight, and we'll see how Roscoe goes here tonight. On his best days, Charlie, he can absolutely get an easily top 10. Easy, but 18 drivers, well actually 19 drivers because Broken Reptile joined in here tonight, 19 drivers, and in Canada, Charlie, 19 drivers, lap 1, it can be a bit crazy.
19? Isn't it 18?
Well, no, I just said there'll be 19 because Broken Reptile joined just before
sorry, I did hear that.
qualifying. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah,
No,
Broken Reptile joined, so will be 19 drivers.
Okay.
Broken Reptile will be starting at the back as Penske goes P2. It's an Alpha 1-2, Charlie.
Alpha 1-2, as Frizy is back in the lobby. I think he disconnected a little bit there, but 2 tenths behind on the softs. I'm guessing that's some sort of banker because he's gonna. You don't want to start on the soft compound tires unless you know that you're going to be doing the 2-stop strategy. The Butler now takes position pole with a 10.0. So let's see if we can take a full on board lap with someone here. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer because we're at that moment in time where drivers will want to go on their second run. I'm guessing it looks like Ryan's actually on an out lap. I think he's on the softs as well. So I think drivers some of them want to start on the softs like this moment in time and then probably go on to the hards or the mediums. But I don't know. It's Canada. It's a little bit different compared to the majority of the tracks where it's softs to mediums or mediums to softs or maybe mediums to hards or hards to mediums. It's a track where tire degradation is not on your side. Depending on how hard you want to push your car, if you want to be really quick out there on the first stint, you're going to have to do the 2-stop. But if you want to be conserved a little bit, then the 1-stop strategy will be the case. We haven't seen a lot of 2-stop strategy in a while, Mitchie, I think Canada is only one of... I don't even know what other tracks is a 2-stop strategy. But do you remember? I don't know.
I don't remember many, but it's Roscoe goes P1 top at the moment. There's a few tracks out there that you can do 2-stop. Here you can make the 2-stop work into your favour, absolutely. But I think you're probably going to see most guys here tonight probably go the 1, but we'll have to wait and see, really.
Yeah, lap 1 it could change your strategy completely. The run into turn 1 and then the first sector, it's quite tight. Drivers will have to be a little bit careful going into there. Make or break your race as well. And then Canada's quite a hard track to get consistently right. And if you do and you don't get any penalties, then you're gonna go up the order by quite a long way if some of the drivers are a little bit more greedy and trying to take the track limits to a different level. Even I've seen a few drivers get disqualified in the past on this track, so I don't think we'll see any of that today. It definitely can happen, but hopefully we can avoid some disqualifications, but it is definitely possible. We've got Withers 88 in the McLaren. He's coming through the final few corners. He's going to open up the DRS. He's currently in 5th position with a 10.6. And it was invalidated. Never mind that. It's still a little bit annoying for me because it still shows. It still doesn't show if it's invalidated, which is a little bit weird for me. But oh well. I think we could probably tell later on. And Top Banter. Oh, Top Banter in the racing point, a little bit squirmy on the exit. He's not going to be able to improve on that lap time, as he's set at 15.5, which is casually 5.5 seconds. Slower than his personal best, as we're just reaching under 10 minutes left to go in the session. Mitchie, who is going to be your man on pole position today?
I'm going to go with Alan Hugo for pole position today. I think Hugo, he needs to get pole to stay in the championship, as we said, and Hugo for pole, I say. Charlie, what about you?
I'm going to go with... Well, the thing is, I know some of the front runners, they're going to probably start on the mediums. There could be a few drivers who wants to start on the softs, though. So I'm going to say Roscoe. I feel like Roscoe's just going to start on the softs anyway, because it's Roscoe.
I think he did that last season a few times.
I think so, yeah. I remember back in, I think it was Germany and Hockenheim, he did something similar. I think Roscoe's going to be on pole.
Well, he's got nothing to lose, so he may as well go for pole. He is a reserve, so as a go for glory and go for pole position. And yeah, I think you're right. I think we're going to see a lot of guys on mediums. Venom out there on hards, a couple of others hard tyres as well. I think we're going to see most of these guys probably qualify on the mediums. As Hugo goes to the top on hard tyres from 109.2.
Yeah, 4/10 clear of Roscoe, who is on the soft compound tyres. Maybe Roscoe will put in another lap later on the soft compound tyres too. Max May now goes third with a 109.7. Shout out Critchley, I see you in the chat. We got Butler in fourth as well with a 10.0. The driver who is... he hasn't been racing a lot in the season, but he's definitely still got the pace, I reckon. We might see him in the front of the pack for today's race, possibly. Who knows? Oceania. It's got a lot of surprises. And Ryan is waiting a long time, actually. We see the whole... Actually, there's nearly half the grid who haven't set a lap time yet. They're still in the pit lane, quite a lot of them. So maybe they're waiting until the last few minutes, and then they'll be setting their lap time. DRC Jared currently in 9th position in the Red Bull. He is on the hard compound tyres, and he's about to start a lap time here, Mitchie. Do you want to take us on board with a lap of him?
Well, Jared is, of course, not been... Last few races not been great, but Jared... Of course, we'll go around here around Canada, and Canada is one of the... It's a track, as I said before, and he's had a big moment.
Oh dear.
And I tell you what, he is lucky. I tell you what, I don't know if he's gotten damage from that or not. I think he's just gone away with it, Charlie. And yeah. I think that could be another curse of me doing commentator's curses. That's not how you take that. That's not the line you usually take here at Canada. And but real quickly, of course, we'll be able to show you where, right here, this is where the big passing opportunity, well, not really, this is where you set up into turn one. But tonight, Charlie, of course, if we come down to the last few laps, you could see drivers trying to make a pass, of course, here, of course, near the Wall of Champions. But it can end badly sometimes, Charlie. It can end badly.
Oh, definitely. It
can end badly.
Myself, I've been in that wall multiple times, and it's not been the greatest feeling. I think it's a very common place to spin. Talking of spinning, Roscoe he's had a little bit of a moment there, coming out of turn number 3? Turn number 3 or turn number 4? One of those two. But yeah, he's had a little bit of a moment. Back into AOR League racing. This is his first race of the season, right? Yeah. As a reserve, as a F1 coordinator, as I see him back on the track, currently holding a solid 2nd position. So yeah, he's my, I guess, on pole position today, but we'll see when we get into the final a few minutes of qualifying. Pole last season was a 107, so yeah, we still got a lot of time to find, but even though that's 107, you can see more than half of the grid have actually not set a lap time, which is quite interesting. It doesn't look like they want to set a lap time at the moment either, because the majority of them are still in the pit lane. Maybe they're all waiting until the final few minutes, Mitchie, which I don't like, because I find that very risky. Because if you cut, especially around a track like Canada, it's you won't be very happy with yourself, that's for sure.
Well, it could be more of a thing. Some of them may have invalidated their lap times, which, as we're talking about before, it's very easy to do here. It could just be that, or you're right, it could be just drivers waiting to come out in the last few minutes to attack the track to try and see if they get their best laps. Of course, we're coming up to 5 minutes to go.
Yep, so this looks to be quite a epic end to qualifying. We've seen quite cool endings to qualifying this season, but it looks like this is probably going to be one of the most action-packed, because we still see, actually, you can have a look in the left-hand side of your screen. Every single driver who's not set a lap time is in the pit lane, apart from Benny F1, who is currently on a lap at the moment, who's coming through Sector 3, the 1,190 meter long back straight, going into the final chicane, opening up the DRS. And what lap time is he going to set in the Renault? It's P8 with a 10.1. So now actually we're seeing a few drivers come out of their pit box. We see Savory Mince Pie, we see Bazooka all coming out of the pit lane to try and set their lap times a little bit earlier. maybe trying to avoid the traffic, and maybe if they mess up the first lap, they have enough time to go for another lap, just in case. But I think if you drivers want to risk it going out in literally the last second, despite them not saying a lap time in the first place, that's bravery. That's a lot of bravery. But sure, if you know that you can set that lap time, then go for it. But as we're speaking about that a little bit more, you can see the more drivers are now coming out of the pit box who haven't set a lap time to go out and set one. It looks like 3 minutes 30 seconds left to go. Going through the order at the moment, we've got Alan Hugo, who is on provisional pole by 0.3 of a second ahead of B Dubstep. We've got VSR Roscoe, who is third with a 9.6 on the soft compound tires. As well, we've got Max Mate, who's in fourth. Penske, who's currently in fifth position, who's also set his time on the soft compound tires, just like Roscoe. We've got the Butler in sixth. We've got Top Banter in seventh. We've got Benny F1, who's just under a 10th behind Top Banter, and we've got with us in at ninth position. And then we've got everyone else who's not set a lap time. It's a bit different though. We haven't seen a qualifying session like this, I don't think, Mitchie, where we've seen more than half the grid not saying a lap time with just under 3 minutes left to go.
Yeah, it's very unusual, but I suspect we're going to see a lot of lap times coming in here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. And a lot of mediums at the moment, Charlie, I'm seeing. So
yeah,
our prediction is right at the moment.
Yeah, probably mediums hard, it looks like. There are a few drivers who's thinking about the softs at the moment. We've got Dubstep, Roscoe, we've got Penske, Jared, we've got Bazooka. All of them have got the softs fitted on in their pit box. They're not actually out on track at the moment, apart from Bazooka, who is on the soft compound tires as he comes through the final chicane. Very nicely done from him, opening up the DRS. And where is he going to set this lap time? And it's provisional pole with an 8.9, so the first driver into the 108s, and that is set by Bazooka, who is on the soft compound tires. So he's looking to start this race on the softs. And that's going to be interesting because some of the front runners who may be starting on the mediums, they might be behind these guys on the softs who want to be up the order a little bit more. And they might be held up when the softs start to die a little bit. That could be quite interesting to well, for the whole race actually. So yeah, that could be something to take into account, or they could just completely wreck those guys in the mediums. Who knows? It's Oceania, like I've said before. Ryan's actually put on the softs in the pit lane as well, and he's coming out. He's actually going out on the softs. Mitchie, it's quite interesting.
He's got the alternate strategy. Interesting, very interesting by Ryan. So Ryan going out there, maybe he wants to get that pole position, maybe he wants to be in P1 with a minute 10 to go. So yeah, very interesting to see Ryan on the sauce.
So this is very different to his championship contender Alan Hugo, who's on the mediums. So we're seeing two different strategies. Which one is going to work in today's Grand Prix? Master Berserk, Ryan's teammate, is also on the soft compound tires, and we're seeing a lot more softs than I would have expected. Penske is also on the soft compound tires. Roscoe is on the softs, so maybe Roscoe might not get pole because there's a few more drivers than I expected to go on the softs. But who knows? Maybe Roscoe's going to pull one out of the bag. We've got 30 seconds left to go. New Zealand Venom now goes second position with a 9.0, so he is joining his. No, Bazooka is in the Haas. I can't really see that clearly. Venom is in second. I was going to say as a I was going to say it's a Racing Point 1-2, but it's not. Venom is... no, Bazooka is not in the Racing Point. As Alan Hugo now takes provisional pole with an 8.3, and I think that is going to be his qualifying session over, as we've got 10 seconds remaining in today's qualifying session. Drivers are starting to cross the line now, as they all have crossed the line, with just enough time left to go. YZ has crossed the line and he's not going to be able to set a lap time. New Zealand Ryan is going to be one of the final few drivers to set a lap time here. Alan Hugo is leading the pack, as you can kind of see in the full track map, as he's actually... Oh no, wait, no, he's not saying a lap time. I'm being stupid. We got a Red Bull of... that is DRC Jared, who's currently
Ryan's invalidated.
Has he? Ryan's invalidated?
Yep.
My God.
It's come up for me in validation. It's come up in validation for me. So he's starting at the back.
That is not going to do wonders for him, for his championship hopes in Canada. So he's going to be starting at the back of the field, it looks like. Hugo might not know this at the moment, but he might have the biggest advantage he can ever have for today's race if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. And Ryan's actually trying to give Penske a little bit of slipstream here, so maybe Penske can try to get himself up the order as Jared is going to cross the line very shortly, as he's actually going to cross the line now. It's P2 with an 8.5, just behind Andy Hugo. Master Berserker is P4 with an 8.5. As we got Penske, is he going to be able to set a good lap time here? It's a pretty good lap time. It's an 8.9 from Penske. He goes P6. Pomps of the Wind crashes just before the pit lane there. And that is the end of qualifying. Max has been given a 5-place grid penalty. So he's going to be starting in 8th. So Master Berserker is going to be starting 3rd. Penske is going to be starting 6th. Berserker will be starting 4th. So yeah, Max may have been given a 5-place grid penalty, crashing with Pomps of the Wind there. That is quite shocking. That's a shocking end of qualifying session there. Hugo starting 1st, Ryan starting last. I wasn't expecting that to happen, Mitchie.
No, was not expecting that, and he did it in the first sector. I can say that now, Charlie. I was on board with him, and not what he wants, starting down in last.
Oh dear. So I don't know what to say. That's his last place of the season, and I think ever. I don't think I've seen him starting at the back of the field in AOR. So yeah, if he could win the championship here today, definitely. But starting last, that's not going to really do him much favours there. But looking at the order, we got Jess. That's just quite shocking, Mitchie. I don't really know what to say about that. But championship hopes. I mean, yeah, it's definitely still alive. But to take it home today, it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. And there are all the results of Hugo P1, Ryan P18, and Charlie. Before we rub our hands, get excited for what is going to be a very interesting race. Could be a championship-changing race. Let's hear a word from our sponsors, Hype Energy. And welcome to the grid. The story here, Ryan last, Alan Hugo P1. And it's going to be very interesting to see what strategy Ryan does. And if he could stay out of trouble, it could be a big day for Hugo. 26 points he could get on Ryan. And that will open this championship wide open. But Charlie, as we forgot to point out, it is a dry race, by the way.
Yep, I actually completely forgot about thinking about the weather there, but there we go, 35 laps on here, Montreal, Canada. Hugo oh no, wait, no, he's not starting last actually. Broken Reptile will be starting last. I forgot about that too. So Ryan will be starting 2nd to last, but still 18th to 1st. I mean, I'm saying this now. If Ryan can take this today and start taking 1st, that's going to be the best way to take his 5th AOR championship, Mitchie. Well,
here's the thing also, he is on the softs, and I'm pretty sure he's on the softs for one reason. If he gets damage on lap 1, so he's getting probably a little bit of a safety net there to make sure that nothing drama happens at the start, because as we know, turn 1, lap 1 could be very hectic. But but another thing to point out as well is that one of Hugo's big challenges this season has been Jared behind him in P2. So that could be another factor to help Ryan late in the race with those two possibly battle at the front, Charlie.
Yeah, Jared's going to be one to look out for, definitely. We've seen it in the past, Ryan versus Hugo versus Jared, and it's still pretty much on between Hugo and Jared. We're just more focused on the front of the field. Well, not front of the field, but I mean like 1st and 2nd, because it can still definitely be done in today's Grand Prix. And look at those different strategies. We've got many drivers who are on the softs, and we've got many drivers who are on the mediums. I think this is going to be a really exciting race, Mitchie. So strap yourselves in and get ready for the Canadian Grand Prix. 35 laps down here in Montreal, Canada. And Hugo starting 1st, Broken Reptile starting 19th, and New Zealand Ryan starting in 18th position. is going to be lining up in his 18th grid slot, which I don't think I ever expected to say, to be honest. But we're going to get this Grand Prix underway here, as the drivers are going to be looking to the 5 red lights. Green flags are waving for the Canadian Grand Prix. Can Ryan try to take his 5th AOR championship here today, as it's lights out, and away we go. Hugo on pole position, as Jared looks to get an amazing start actually alongside Hugo. Can he try and do it around the outside going into turn 1? Now he's going to have the inside going into turn 2. Hugo needs to defend as hard as he can, because it could be championship changing stuff, as Jared does take the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix just like that. Jared just with the better start, so Hugo takes 2nd, Penske will take Berserk will take 3rd, and Penske's going to hold on to 4th position, as Bazooka is dropping down the pack as well. He's being done by these guys. His B Dubstep goes into 8th, and now Top Banter goes down into 9th. New Zealand Ryan is up into 12th position already. Can he even try and make it 11th, as he's going to try and go around the outside of Benny F1? No, he can't, but starts from 18th up into 12th already. Lap 1 has been quite a chaotic start at the front and at the back, as Jared takes the lead of the Canadian Grand Prix. Hugo 2nd and Berserk in 3rd, with Ryan, who could even be getting 11th very shortly here, Mitchie.
He had an unbelievable start. I was on board with him, and he just absolutely minced through the pack, through the middle, and he gained like 3 or 4 positions just in one corner. It was unbelievable. And now he's trying to see if he can get past Benny, but it's not enough at the moment. He might just got a warning there, but Jared in the lead, and Benny also trying to get Brasuki for 10th.
Yeah, Jared's going side by side with
Hugo.
Hugo actually. Yeah, Jared's going to try to go down the inside. He has kept the first position just for now, but Hugo, look at him. He wants to get that position back as quickly as he possibly can. Bazooka's had a moment here at the exit of turn 2, and yes, he's spun it. And there's no safety car enabled here in this league. So Jared's going to be able to try and pull away, and then... nothing's going to help him. Go on.
I don't know if Jess could go on board with Ryan real quick. I think Ryan's got damage.
Really?
I believe I think he might. I'm trying to get a good aim maybe from Brazuca, but yeah, it looks like he's lost a bit of damage there, Ryan.
Oh dear. It's not a good... Well, I mean, it was a good start, but it doesn't look like it's going to be... It's not going to end very well in his first stint. I think, yeah, that is front wing damage on his left-hand side, it looks like, as Andy Hugo is still pressurizing. Just trying to get my words out there. Pressurizing Jared as we go on to lap 3. Ryan is staying out, so he is on the soft, so he will be able to try and push a little bit. You can see he's still trying to... Well, he is keeping up with Pack, as you can see. He's got Benny F1 in front of him, and he's been held up by a few guys ahead too. So... yeah, he's still very much in this. If Ryan stays with it for now, and then he changes his front wing later on, it should be all right. As Benny is... yeah, Benny's got damage, it looks like, too. So Ryan is... I don't know. Ryan with this is not the greatest start, Mitchie, but I don't know. I think he's still got this. I think he's still very much got this.
Yeah, will only be really slight, so... It'll be a hindrance, but it won't be... I think he'll stay out. I don't think it'll be a huge problem for him. There's Penske and Max going out here for P4, and Penske now through to P4 here, and also the top 2 as well. There's battles galore happening everywhere here at the moment.
Yeah, we've seen Penske and Max in the past. We saw in Germany where... Maximate and Penske had a little bit of a moment there, as Maximate now gets past Penske there, as Jared now sets the fastest lap. VSR Roscoe on with a 3-second tyre penalty already for corner cutting. Top Banter trying to get down the inside of the dubstep there, going into turn 1. Ambitious, but I like it. Unfortunately, not able to get the move done there. Ryan is up into 10th after passing Benny, who's also got damage there. Next up for Ryan is Top Banter, but yeah, you can see he's definitely struggling with that damage there. It's going to hinder him a little bit, and when he pits, he's going to have to change that, otherwise he's going to be down the order quite a bit. And looking at the track map, you can see Jared going into I think that is turn 9 and turn 10, and Ryan is just going into that corner now. I'm going to have a quick look at all of the gaps. So Ryan is 7.8 seconds behind Jared, who's leading the Grand Prix at the moment. And then when Ryan pits, he's probably going to be going on to... What tyres do you think he'll go on to, Mitchie? Mediums? Yeah.
Well,
he could just go on the softs, really. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he'll go to stop possibly. It's Venom now. Goes past Penske for P5, and that's training, and Penske getting right at the back of New Zealand Venom. Could he look for it back on him here, Penske? And is it enough? No, it will not be. Penske will have to stick to P6.
Yeah, with all this battling, Ryan's going to be able to catch up as well. Venom, Penske, Butler, Dubstep, Top Banter, all in this little train here, and Ryan trying to join them, trying to get involved here on lap 5 out of 35 as Butler goes down the inside of Penske, very nearly, but I think Butler's going to think better of it as DRS is going to be enabled for these guys as well for a short DRS straight. Penske has even got, yeah, he's just about has got that DRS as the Butler breaks very late, I think, as Dubstep's going to have the outside line. Was there contact?
There was contact with Dubstep behind, just slight.
Wow, I didn't actually see that. I just saw Butler going straight off there as Dubstep's going to try to go down the inside of the Butler, just not able to do it there as Ryan. He's already caught up to these guys, so he's got the DRS. He's in the battle there for the midfield at the moment. Going back to the front, Jared, Hugo still going at it there as Hugo now sets the fast lap of the Grand Prix. Ryan, early pit stop there, so he's going to try and change his front wing early. What tyres is it going to
mediums.
be? It's the medium set, it looks like, with the front wing change. So he's going to try and run a little bit longer than maybe he could put on the softs at the end, or maybe it'll have to be another set of the mediums. We'll have to see how long he can keep those tyres on for. Benny also in the pit lane. Roscoe, I'm joining them as well, as Roscoe is all over the back of Ryan there. But Ryan just not with the best of starts there to the Canadian Grand Prix, but he's still got quite a long way to go. Now he just needs to put his foot down, or in this case put his finger down because he's on the controller, and try and keep up with the guys in front of him. But maybe, just maybe, he'll be able to try and catch up to the guys at the front. Penske's down into P7 after Top Banter has just passed him. The Butler as well, trying to go for a move on Penske. Oh, dearie me. I'm not sure how he didn't spin from that, as Dubstep is also going to get past Penske. So I've seen this so many times before. Penske trying to get past, and then in doing so, he loses. Hugo's going for a move on Jared. Hugo down the inside of the Red Bull driver, and it looks like he's made the move stick. So Hugo taking that position back. Jared down into second. These guys are probably going to be battling all race long, because these guys we've seen in the championship standings, they show how close they are to pace. And yeah, right now they're just changing positions in a lot of laps here, it looks like.
He got the better run, Hugo, because Jared just slightly tapped the World Champions, just slightly, and that gave Hugo the chance to get the run on him. And Hugo the leader at the moment. There's Benny F1's car, who's spun and has left the session. But yeah, Hugo, as you said, I think these two will battle on for most of the race, Charlie. I think they will.
What?
As Benny's disqualified.
Okay. Well, so Benny has just been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location, which is, yeah, swiftly moving on. I really don't know what happened there, but anyway, Ryan is 5 seconds behind Withers there, and now he's got no front wing damage, so he should be able to push on here. Berserk into the pit lane, so he's the
Ferrari.
The first strategic stopover, I think, without any front wing damage.
Mediums.
As he is going onto the medium, so joining his teammate strategy there. Penske also joining those guys. Is going to be a set of the medium compound tyres as well. So 2-stop strategy looks like for those guys. I think the guys at the front, they're probably going to be doing the 1-stop strategy, going to the hards later on. But who knows? Maybe they've just seen that the guys are going for the 2-stop strategy. Maybe they want to join them, or maybe they think that the 1-stop strategy is going to be quicker here. See, this is what I like when it comes to strategy. 1-stop or 2-stop strategy. I prefer that over the casual 1-stop. But yeah, it's Canada, so great, exciting race that we got here today, Mitchie, it looks like.
It does, and point out that Hugo's gotten away now 1.3 seconds over Jared, which he needs to do, really, just to bridge that gap and not feel the pressure from behind.
Yep, Jared into the pit lane. Okay, so Jared go for That's actually a very early stop considering he's on the medium compound tyres.
That's
is he going
mediums
for the
again.
stop?
No hards.
It's going for the hards. Okay, so Jared is looking like he wants to go for the one-stop strategy here. Where is he going to come out on track, though, compared to everyone else? His teammate Poms to the win is across the line now, so he's not going to be able to get past him. He looks like he's going to come out in 10th.
No.
9th. It's going to be 9th, just jumping Calbo there. And he's actually going to try and get past Saving Mince Pie in the same... Jared's on a mission, it looks like. And losing the back end just to finish things off there. But Jared, 8th position. He's got his teammate Poms the win ahead of him. As Ryan now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of corner cutting as he's trying to catch up to his teammate Master Berserk, who is in 11th position. So yeah, Ferrari 11-12, but there's still plenty of time left for most of the guys at the front are yet to pit. Is Hugo going to go into the pit lane? No, he's not. Hugo's going to stay out a little bit longer. So he's thinking it was a little bit too early for Jared, maybe, as Jared's going to try and get past his teammate Poms the win here. He's getting that slipstream. Down the inside he goes, and it should be quite an easy move there. Yep, down the inside, and he's up into P7 just like that, as he's gone into the pit lane again. He's got damage. Wow.
I think he hit the wall. I think, yeah, he does. I think he might have hit the wall and coming to the end of the first sector where he had that slight moment losing the rear. I think he hit the wall, actually.
Did he hit the wall?
Charlie.
Oh my.
I think he did, yeah.
Wow. So now he's down into P14 on the mediums, and he's probably going to have to pit again.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's big for Hugo, especially for second in the championship, but especially with maintaining second, but also maintaining this race win possibly.
Unbelievable. I wasn't expecting that to happen. So Jared down in P15, and he's going to have to make another pit stop. He's catching up to the guys ahead of him, as Ryan is now back into the points. As I want to quickly check the pit stop. Master Berserk is going to try and get past Saving Mince Pie here. He's trying to go around the outside of the Toro Rosso driver. And it looks like he's done that quite easily there. Saving Mince Pie not opening up the DRS, it looks like. As, yeah, quite interesting. Maybe he doesn't want to... Or has he got DRS failure? He might have DRS failure. It looks like he does. Yeah, I think he does. But I'm changing the detail to the pit stops here. And Master Berserk and Ryan, Penske, Cabot Oz, Jared, Roscoe, all of them have pitted. So at the moment, Master Berserk is in a very good position. He can try and get past Poms to the win here as Poms hits the wall. I'm not sure if that's front wing damage there as Master Berserk goes down the inside of Poms. And he makes the move stick there. So Master Berserk into 7th. And yeah, so is the 2-stop going to work in the Ferrari's favour here? It looks like it's going to be Master Berserk and Ryan against Hugo or something like that. Ryan's a little bit further behind though. But yeah, I'd say I don't know if this is going to work for Hugo. He's staying out again. Looks like he is staying out again. He's going to stay out for a little bit longer. This is going to be quite interesting here, Mitchie.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens here with him. Very interesting.
Yes, I can't predict what's going to happen here. I think the 2-stop's actually quicker, but if Hugo's got a gap, then it could definitely still work here. As Jared's just got past Withers, he's in 12th position now. He's catching up to, well, he's trying to catch up to Penske in 11th and Ryan in 10th. As let's have a look at the front. We've got Top Banter versus the Butlers. Top Banter scrumming all over the place. He's still on the same soft compound tyres from when he started the race. So no wonder he's struggling for grip here. As Jared now sets the fastest lap with a 10.8. So Jared
out of frustration.
Yeah, I think Jared's going to just try and catch up to the guys as quickly as he possibly can here, because he's going to have to pit 3 times in today's race, which I haven't seen in quite a while. Saving Mince Pie with a 3-second time penalty too, as we're just about a third of the way through the Grand Prix, roughly. Yeah, that's good maths there. So yeah, B Dubstep, he's catching up to Top Banter as well. We've got a yellow flag in to 3. I think
Oh,
there is
Savory.
actually an incident. Savory Mince Pie, who's had a little bit of a moment there. And I'm not entirely sure what's happened to him. Is that front wing damage? I can't see properly there. But top banter into the pit lane. Hard compound tyres to top banter. He's going to try to take those hards to the end of the Grand Prix. Softs to hards. Could very much be done here. New Zealand riders now up into 8th. So he's still trying to push as hard as he can. But remember, he still has to make another pit stop. And the guys ahead of him also have to make another pit stop. So if he catches up to the guys ahead of him and then pits when those guys pit as well, then he's pretty much still in this. But for Hugo, I think it's a little bit too far behind. But who knows? Yeah, the top 5 will have to pit very shortly. So where do you think Ryan will come out in all of this, Mitchie? Because he's got the chance to push. But the guys at the front, they just kind of have to conserve a little bit, I reckon.
I think if he stays out of trouble here tonight, I think he's at least got a guarantee of a top 5 here tonight if he stays out of trouble. Even a podium. But the win is a question mark at the moment, I say.
Yes.
I think it's a question mark at the moment. It's now he's looking for the movie on Poms for the win. 87 and gets it done very easily as Berserk's in.
Berserk in? And he's got a front wing change as well.
Oh,
wow,
Butler
many drivers getting front wing damage, Mitchie.
Don't know where that could have possibly happened. As I said, well, Butler's in as well. He's going to the end on hards, but yeah, that's a disaster for Master Berserk because I think Berserk could have been very on for a podium here tonight.
So Ryan is up into 5th, and he's 5 seconds behind B Dubstep, and then he's got Venom, then he's got Max Mate, and then he's got a Hugo. Where is Hugo out on track? Hugo is on the back straight, and Ryan is going into heading into the hairpin, so it's still a very big gap here. Yeah. So I don't know. This is kind of weird because Hugo's going to be pitting, and then Ryan's not, and then he's going to probably go on the softs later on, and Hugo's going to be on the hards.
Oh,
and now Dubstep's just pitting.
I think I'm thinking that Alan Hugo could be going medium soft. If he goes for another couple more laps here, I think he's going medium soft to the end here.
To be fair, he kind of has to if he wants to try and block off Ryan here. But I don't know if he knows that, because unless he goes into race director, or he just knows from just thinking about it, it's a hard one. Well, I think if he goes on hards, it's still very much on.
Well, I think if he goes on hards, in all honesty, I still think the margin's too big between Hugo and Ryan, because especially with Ryan still have to pit, but there's still, as we said, about 20 more laps to go, and he is in. So
what's he going to do here? There's 20 laps remaining. He's just got on the mediums. That's hards. It's hards. And Max is pitting too. Oh. Double stack here for Mercedes.
Yeah, he's going to have to wait a couple of seconds.
And he's going to... It's not bad, actually. The Mercedes could have actually done it very well there, considering. Okay, so Ryan... is Ryan going to jump Max, mate? Ryan's in 2nd. Is he? Yeah. No, he's going to jump Max, mate. Poms is in 3rd. So... now Ryan is 4.7 seconds, but it's Mitchell, what's happening? Help me. What's going on?
Well, Mitchell, okay. I don't know. It's very it's interesting, really. Max P3 now. Max could be even on for a podium, but it's going to be very interesting there. 4.7 seconds. Ryan out there in the mediums, and at the moment, I'd say put your money on. I think that this championship could be going to the next round, which I believe is we'll talk about the next round. It's Austria.
Yeah.
But still a long way to go in this one. We're not even at the halfway point yet.
Exactly. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So Hugo's made a stop. Ryan needs to do one more stop, but he's on the mediums. Is he? I don't think he's catching up to Hugo at the moment.
No.
No,
Pom's
he's
in.
not. Poms is pitting, and he is gonna fall down the order a little bit. What size is he gonna go into? Mediums?
Softs.
Softs. And a front wing change.
Well. Yep, that's softs. Okay. I don't know if it was on Jess. Yeah, Jess got the same thing as I did. On my screen, I saw him put on hards and it went softs. But that is the soft tires for Pom, so he's going medium, soft to the end.
Wow. A lot of drivers are making mistakes by front wing damage, and I think very soon they might even run out of tyres because front wing damage seems to be quite a major factor right now. We've got a three-way battle. What is this? For P5, Jared is going down the inside of Penske as there's nearly contact between Jared and the Butler. Is there still side by side between DRC, Jared and Penske? As I think Penske has to give the position to Jared there. So Jared in the Red Bull is past 7th. Is he going to get
Butler.
past 5th?
He's going for it.
He's going for it. But wow.
And Penske's going to capitalise.
I don't know if that was contact with the wall there from Jared, but oh my god, where did he come from? What is going on? Penske down the inside of the Butler, and now the Butler has to go off on track, and now there's a McLaren car. Oh no! As there's contact there, and there was a lot of carbon fibre. And who was that? Who got the damage? Was that Penske, or was that Top Banter? I didn't see who got that damage there.
Maybe even Butler, all three of them three wide, and it just didn't end well at all. And wow, as Penske will be in the 6th position.
That came out of nowhere. I didn't even see that battle happening, and then suddenly I just saw 3 cars going side by side going to the hairpin. Very interesting stuff here. As Penske is going to hold on to 6th for now. Heart pumping a little bit faster, but Top Answer in at 7th. So who's got the damage? I'm guessing it's the Butler because he's fallen behind by quite a long way here. There's Top Answer. He's going into the final chicane here. DRS enabled. The Butler staying out as well, so all these guys staying out. Is the Top Answer going to try and go for a move? Down the inside he goes into turn 1. Is Penske going to do anything about it? Under and over? Maybe. Maybe not this. Top Banter up into 6th, Penske down into 7th. Ryan is falling behind Hugo now, so he's gonna have to pit and go onto the softs, and maybe just try and get himself on the podium, maybe 4th. I'm not sure, but one crucial thing that he needs to get is the fastest lap. I think if he does get the fastest lap, that's one crucial point that he won't really have to think about into Austria, which is one of Ryan's favourite tracks, if not his favourite track on the whole F1 calendar. So yeah, that fastest lap will be very crucial going into the final 2 rounds of the F1 calendar for Oceania. So Ryan just needs to keep doing what he's doing as he's into the pit lane. So maybe another set of mediums, I'm guessing, or softs to the end of the Grand Prix. It's going to be mediums. And a front wing change as well.
Yeah, that.
Oh dear.
That could be in. Well,
he's not making it easy for himself, Mitch. He's not making it easy for himself.
He was losing time to Hugo, so maybe also thinking losing time, may as well pit and put the mediums on to the end and try to see what he can gain towards the end of this race. And he's now down to P10, or is it going to be P9? It's P9, and he's just behind his teammate, which I think he should get this move done on his teammate. They go side by side, and the circle lets him through. And right now, P8 allows him to hunt down the next 2 cars, which will be the Alfa Romeos.
Yep, so it's Ryan's time to try and push as much as he can here. He's got 3.5 seconds to be dubstep, and then the gap between dubstep and Penske is 6 seconds. And then it starts to close a little bit there, so what can Ryan take from this Grand Prix? It's not too bad. Go on, Mitchie.
I'd like to point out it is Mercedes 1-2 at the moment, actually, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, Hugo and Max Mate here, and Venom P3, and also Jared catching up to Venom as well, which Jared's another story in this race to see where he's going to play towards the end of this race. He's probably going to go as all as he can. They go on the softs to the end, see where he can finish off towards the end. As now it looks like Poms and Roscoe have a little bit of battle. Of course, Poms, the only driver, no, excuse me, Fries is on the softs as well, but Poms is looking forward to move on Roscoe if he possibly can to get into that points paying position.
Jared is all over the back of Venom here, as he's going to go round the outside.
Oh!
Has he made that move stick? It's still, Venom lets him through, it looks like. Yeah, so Jared up into third, weaving in appreciation there. So Jared in third, Venom in fourth, and Jared back onto the podium, but he has to make another pit stop, it looks like. Ryan 1.2 seconds behind Dubstep already. So, I know, can we just point out, he has gone up 10 positions from the start of this Grand Prix, so it's still a very good drive in Ryan so far, and it's still not over. There's 13 laps remaining, and Ryan can still definitely get some solid points here. He's going to try and get past Dubstep as quickly as he can, as Dubstep is trying to weave, trying to break the slipstream. Is Ryan going to go for it? It looks like he is down the inside, going into the final chicane. As he makes it, Penske also pits as well, so Ryan is going to take 6th position now. And what's the gap between Ryan and Top Banter? Fastest lap as well, just what he needed. 10.3 as Jared gets a 3-second time penalty. 6.4 seconds separating Ryan and Top Banter, so still he can very much push, and then Jared's going to pit, and then Jared's going to probably give Ryan 5th position if he doesn't get past Top Banter, but then Jared's going to get the fastest lap if he goes on the softs, or will he if Ryan pushes a little bit more. This is a very strategic based race here, Mitchie.
It very much is. It's very strategic as Top Banter gets a time penalty. I think at the moment Ryan could be on target if he can hunt down the 2 racing points. Could be on target here for a 3rd in this race.
Yeah, so this is again, I can't predict what's going to happen. It's a bit mental right now, as Jared going into the chicane. He's drifting all over the place going into the final chicane there, and he's when is he going to pit? He has to pit soon, I guess, and then go into the softs. Yeah, this is a very good race, and I'm enjoying this a lot right now.
Be probably about a couple of laps time, any time from really now we'll see Jared come in and go on the soft tyres, but as you said, that fastest lap that he will try to get as well.
4 seconds behind Top Banter, and 3.9, 3.7, so he's definitely putting just trying to pull that gap back, so he'll be able to maybe take P5, and then he's got 4 seconds to Venom, who is also on the hard compound tyres. Cabot Oz 3-second time penalty. If the safety car was on, this race would definitely still be on, but yeah, safety car probably comes out a little bit too frequently.
Well, there actually hasn't really been much big incidents really for a safety car, just many really. And I'd like to point out, really, Canada, usually a track we do see some DNFs. All drivers bar one, just one DNF or one disqualification actually, excuse me. Pretty much everyone's still in the race.
Yeah, everyone's doing very well so far. 11 laps left to go, but we have seen quite a bit of damage from these guys. So, yeah, the only driver on the softs is Poms. Actually, no, Fry Z is also on the soft compound tyres as well, 18th position, 11 laps to go. Where is Hugo? Hugo is going into the hairpin, and he's about to start lap 25 out of 35, 12.5, 12.6 seconds clear of Max May. So Hugo's doing exactly what he needs to do right now. He's going to have a little bit of a breather. So he's going to go down into Austria, and then Ryan is going to... Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest race for Ryan, but it's a good recovery drive. At least he's bringing home some solid points to make sure it's going to be all okay going into Austria. And that means we'll have to recalculate everything once again going into the Austrian Grand Prix. What will Ryan need to do to take home his 5th AOR championship?
And it's definitely not been the easiest AOR Championship. We saw last season where he just brought home the win from, I don't even know, I think he had so many rounds left. I was cruising there from Ryan last time, so Hugo's giving him a little bit more work to do, Mitchie, in this season.
Well, as of right now, the points margin will be 27, I do believe, but Ryan is constantly on top banter, so he will get more points, especially when Jared eventually pits. So it's still close for Hugo to maybe still have a slight chance to still be in this battle, especially with Austria coming up, which we'll talk more about that when that comes. But Ryan is getting close to the top banter to get into that top 5.
Yeah, Ryan 3 tenths behind top banter. Is he going to just go for the move? Well, top banter's going to let him pass even. So Ryan up into P5. And what's the gap between Ryan and Venom? 4.2. And it's probably going to be falling behind as Ryan's going to thank top banter for that. 4.1 seconds. Is it going to start falling? 4 seconds. Is it going to be 3.9? And there we go, 3.9. So Ryan, he's catching. Could it even be 4th? Could it even be 3rd? Because Jared will have to pit. Who knows? Ryan is just going to have to push as hard as he can here. You can actually see Venom just there. And Jared as well, as Poms gets a 5-second penalty for speeding into the pit lane there. Is he going to go on to another set of softs?
He will.
Yes, he will. Another set of soft compound tyres there for Poms. 9 laps remaining. The Canadian Grand Prix. Time is running out for Ryan. Roscoe is also on the soft compound tyres, so they're going to try and take the fast lap at the Grand Prix. But when is Jared going to pit here? He's still going on these meetings. He's been on these meetings for 16 laps. So he surely can't take this to the end of the Grand Prix, Mitchie. Surely not.
No. I can't see him. I can't see that. But it'd be an absolute unbelievable effort if he could. But we'll see if he does come into the pits here. He does.
He does. There we go. What tyres is it going to be? I'm guessing it's going to be the softs. Is Ryan going to be able to capitalise? Yes, he does. So P4 for Ryan. Jared, yeah, it's going to be the softs. And there we go. So Jared, where is he going to come out in all of this? Dubstep might even jump him here as he does so. Berserk is also pitting. Berk, what tyres is he going to go on to? Is going to be another front wing change. And
it's been an absolute disaster for Berserk tonight. For both Ferraris, actually.
Yeah. But it's not been too bad for Ryan. He's actually going to maybe pass Venom here for P3 soon, possibly.
Well, another story of this with penalties as well. I've just checked the penalties. Venom's got about 3 or 4, and Max has got 2. Ryan's only got 1, so Ryan could still even get P2 here tonight.
Oh my god. This is... Yeah, get your notebooks out. You have to start writing stuff down here. Venom is struggling, it looks like, a little bit. And Ryan now 6 tenths, 5 tenths of a second behind Venom, as he is looking to try and make the move. 7 laps remaining. As Jared is 1.5 seconds in. There we go, he just lets him through. So Ryan's not even battling people at the moment. It's just people letting him through, it looks like. So Ryan up into 3rd. And is he gonna be able to catch up to Max Bay? Probably not.
Well,
for penalties.
Well, I think he actually will catch up to Max Bay. I think he will, but I think Venom just let him through top bits. I think just because they know Ryan's just got the better grip at the moment, and the hard tyres just don't have enough. It's now Jared and Dubstep. Speaking of letting through, Dubstep lets Jared through. Jared could still, as well himself, maybe get into the top 5. As I'll just quickly look at his penalties. He's actually only got 1, so Jared could still sneak into the top 5 at the end of this one.
Jared 7.9 seconds behind top banter here. 7.7, 7.6. He's just getting 3 tenths like within like a second there. So he is definitely catching very quickly. Is he going to be able to catch up to Ryan? Is he going to be able to get himself on the podium? 6 laps to go. It's doable. And so there we go, fastest lap, a 10.0 there from DRC Jared. This is still quite a lot of time left to go, but he just needs to start pushing. And, well, he definitely is pushing, but if he can push a little bit more, he'll maybe be able to get himself on the podium. But there's a big gap there. It's Jared. He's got a lot of pace in that Red Bull. But is he going to be able to pull it off? Ryan, 4 seconds behind Maxmate here. He could even be 3 seconds, 3.9. There we go. Ryan is trying to push as hard as he can here. The two-stop strategy is working in his favour. Is he going to be able to get second? This has been a great race so far, Mitchie.
It has, and I have to point out a specific time penalty. 34 points now it is between Ryan and Alan Hugo, and Ryan trying to get those extra 3 points as he gets right up to the wall, and he's trying to get close as he can to Max Mate. And as we said, Max Mate's got 2 penalties, Ryan only 1, so if Ryan can get under 3 seconds, he will get P2.
Jared crossing the line now, and yeah, you can see on the track map as well, that red dot is Ryan at the top of the track map as he comes across the DRS detection zone. And Jared is the blue dot who is going into the chicanes right now behind the 2 racing points. So you can see that gap is starting to fall, 4.2 seconds now. And he needs to get past 2 racing points who will probably let him through because he's on the much better tyre. But with 5 laps to go, it's running out of time. I don't know if he'll be able to do this. I doubt he will. Well, Ryan is now 3.3 seconds. He just needs to get within 3 seconds of Maxmate, and he'll be able to get P2. Just casually going up 16 positions, like nothing. he's just with damage as well. Bear in mind, he's had an insane race.
It's absolute insane race he really has, and ups and downs. Could have been absolutely gotten worse for him, but at the moment, podium position, Australia gets time penalty. Yeah, it could have been very worse for Ryan, but he's done very well to come back here, get onto the podium, and possibly a P2.
Yeah, so he's getting closer to that P2. He's got the P2 at the moment if he doesn't get another penalty and stays within 3 seconds. Poms has got past Penske, it looks like. Yeah. There we go. Penske down into P10. Gonna try to take home 1.4 Alfa Romeo. Dubstep is in 7th, so he's gonna take 7 points altogether for Alfa Romeo if they keep things the way they are. So far, Mitchie, who's been your driver of the day?
New Zealand Ryan.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say Ryan has beasted this race. I think he's more than happy with he's going to say P2. He's going to be more than happy with P2. Like, that kind of proves that Ryan, if he makes mistakes and doesn't start off at P18 and damage, he can still just take a podium home. Let's be real though, there has been...
Jared. Sorry. Top air goes off. Top air off into the grass. That was a little bit of ugly moment between Jared and Top Beta, but Jared is through, and wow.
Yeah, so Jared up into P5. But yeah, I was saying that there have been a lot of drivers who've made mistakes, and making Ryan jump those positions, because Canada, again, very easy to get damage, so a lot of drivers get damaged. Many drivers have to do an extra pit stop. And Ryan's been able to capitalise on that, and with 3 laps remaining, he's probably going to be able to take P2 from that. So, yeah, Ryan's just, he even mistakes himself. He's been trying to limit it a little bit, and just like that, he's going to be able to take P2. So, Ryan definitely driver of the day, and he's getting closer to that AOR Championship. It's not going to be his AOR Championship here today, but with 2 rounds left, it's definitely looking like it's going to be a dub. Another dub for Ryan here, Mitchie.
Yeah, but it's let's talk about next week. 2 tracks that, yes, Ryan loves Austria, but Austria's another one, those tracks like Canada, where the chaos could ensue and could absolutely wreck someone's race in 1 second, especially with the final round in Brazil. But talk more about that next week when we get to Austria. But I wouldn't say he kind of has one hand on it at the moment, but who knows? As Jared is now through to P4 on Venom, and Jared also as well, Charlie. A good result for him with what happened to him in this race.
He's made 3 pit stops, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
He has.
It's insane. I mean, Jared's had a pretty good race too. He's probably a bit disappointed that he made a few mistakes, otherwise he would have been up there a little bit more, but P4, we'll definitely still take P4. The gap between P2 and P3 in the standings, though, might be a little bit further apart. I can have a little look. Jared is 9 points behind Hugo at the moment, so yeah, that's going to fall behind a little bit more, unfortunately, for Jared there. But 2 laps remaining.
On that.
It's definitely still on, yeah, definitely. So anything can happen. So Oceania, we've seen it so many times in the past. Ryan is 1 second behind Max right now. Is he going to try and make the move on the Mercedes, or is he going to play it safe and just make sure he gets that P2? Maybe Ryan just wants to get past him on track, but is it worth it? We'll see. As you can see, he's gaining a lot of time there going through that corner. Hugo is on the back straight. He's about to go into the final chicane here. But yeah, Hugo, he's done a really good job as well. 14.3 seconds, limiting those mistakes, if any mistakes at all. And he's just done a very good job here in P1. And yeah, he's just doing exactly what he needs to do here to just keep those championship hopes alive. And just make sure he just needs to try and keep himself up at the front. And then going into Austria.
Penske and Pomps going at it here, Charlie. Sorry. Penske and Pomps and Berserk's in this fight as well. It's like the freeway fight we saw earlier in the race. And look at this now. Berserk looks for the middle of Pomps. Oh, very close there between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Of course, I was going to point out the constructor, as Calvin gets disqualified, we saw it. We were talking about it, if that could happen. As now Pomps looking for the move here, possibly on Penske. Berserk trying to get into the points, which we'll talk about at the end, about the constructors as well. That's a big story later on, as Pomps looks for it on Penske. Can he get it done? They're still side by side. They're going to hold on here. Berserk could sneak his way through on Pomps. Oh, bit of touch. But Hugo is about to come to the final few corners. No. But look at this now. Berserk and Pomps still side by side. And Berserk has to give way to position. Hugo will win the Canadian Grand Prix, Charlie.
Yeah, either way, Hugo will take the win there. We'll get into that battle actually now, because I think it's still very much on. Berserk is still on the back of Pomps the win. But yeah, Hugo bringing home the win here in Canada. Great drive. That's actually an awesome drive that Hugo's done there. Ryan does take second position, so Ryan, after starting 18th, will take second. Berserk for 1 point for 10th. Goes down the inside into the hairpin as Pomps is still side by side. He's going to get the better run here. It looks like it's Pomps in the win, but Berserk is still very much there. He's got the DRS. Pomps hasn't got the DRS here, so is Berserk going to be able to capitalize from that? It's going to be side by side going into the chicane. Berserk with the inside as Pomps has to cut, and it looks like Berserk's going to be able to take P10, but on penalties, Berserk takes P10.
Oh, it's raining!
Bazooka, it's raining. Why is it raining? Bazooka takes P10, but Bazooka takes 10th, and Penske finishes 9th. What a race! And now it's raining.
What? Oh.
Well, okay. Broken Reptile's going to finish in 16th.
I've never seen that.
Literally when they crossed the line and started to rain.
Wow. I've never seen that before. My God.
What a race.
But real quickly, Charlie, just want to point out the 2 Mercedes on both of the podium. That's going to move the constructors' points to 21 between Ferrari and Mercedes. So we're talking about the Drivers' Championship a lot, but the Constructors is still very much on between Ferrari and Mercedes.
Yeah, very much. So Mercedes had a very good race here today. Ferrari struggled. So again, we're gonna have to do a little bit more calculations, and then well, it's gonna take a while. I mean, after this race, I mean, look at that. What is that? Started 18th up into second. It's insane. And Hugo with no penalties as well. Who got the fastest lap? I think it was Jared. Yeah, Jared got the fast lap with the Grand Prix with 10.0. So it's going to be another point for him. 3/10 clear of Ryan's fastest lap there. But what a race, Mitchie.
It was, and the points margin now 37. So the question now will be if Ryan can get that championship in Austria. But that was a hell of a race. It was, Canada, and I fully suspect next week's going to be another spicy race as well.
Yeah, my goodness me. So the championship is still very much on, going into Austria and possibly even Brazil for the final race of the season. But 2 races left. It's just gone like that. The Canada's it's obviously a lot shorter, but it's felt too short. But Hugo's given Ryan a little bit more to think about going into these next 2 rounds, the last 2 rounds of the Canada. But thank you very much for joining us for the Canadian Grand Prix. Make sure you check out all the stream tiers later on. PS4 at 7, Xbox at 8, PC at 9. No, wrong way around. Xbox at 9, PC at 8. So PS4 7, PC 8, Xbox at 9. And then you got all other non-stream tiers at 8 o'clock BST. But Mitchie, thank you very much for joining me in today's race, because it's been insane.
It has, and bring Austria, I say.
Yeah, so Austria is the next track, so make sure you join us then. Jess, thank you very much for doing all the camera work behind the scenes. And we'll see you all next week for the Austrian Grand Prix. Au revoir.